Today I'm fitting a Towbar to a customer's Tank 300. This is the TankDrive Towbar, and I'm just going to show you how I go about fitting it, what you need, what's required, and so on. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing you need to do is get something kind of like that. It's just going to help you. It's going to help you get this little cover off so you don't damage it because of the angle. Just excuse the pup. Okay. And then you just pop it off like that, right? So that pops off there like that. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is you want to measure out where this is going to go. So you want to just measure basically the width of it against, sort of line it up to the holes here. Okay, over there, over there. You just want to mark it off on the sides here and give it a little bit of room, a little bit of wiggle room, because you are gonna be cutting it and you're gonna need a little bit of space to fit it. You don't want to have it too cramped, otherwise it becomes a real pain. So I'll mark it off there, over there, and I'm gonna mark it off in the front here. Okay. Alright. And then what you do is you just draw a nice straight-ish line all the way down. I normally put that on the edge there, as you can see, and then when I draw the line down, it's pretty much straight. There we go. On the other side. Right, so now I know when I take my multi-tool, or you can take a hacksaw blade, something like that, grinder. You can even take a grinder with a cutting disc and you can just cut it through, and that's going to be a lot quicker than trying to go with a handsaw. But if you have a multi-tool, which is this tool I'll show you in a minute, basically it's going to allow you to do nice cuts very easily. Alright, so the other thing you want to do is there's a little screw at the bottom here to hold the little plastic bit on. You're just going to have to unscrew that because you don't need it anymore. This whole piece is going to come out. Little screw. Right, so that kind of holds that there. But already you're going to cut this piece out here and then slide the tow bar up. So this piece here will remain. So before you do any cuts, I'd suggest you put on a set of safety goggles. Okay, you want to protect your eyes from any kind of debris at all. And this is your multi-tool, so basically it's like a little serrated, I don't know if you can see that little serrated edge, and yeah, it just vibrates and it cuts just like a hacksaw would. So yeah, we're going to use this and we're going to cut that hole out. So this is how it goes. Okay, so that's basically that piece cut out there. Now you can always take a little Stanley knife and you can just clean it off here. Okay, so that's essentially it, but now there is this hard plastic here which you also need to cut through, so you just need to cut it through over here, as you can see there. So I cut it through there and then cut it through over there. There we go. Alright, so now you can actually just see if the tow bar is going to fit in there to the recess, and voila, beautiful. Okay, so I need to trim a little bit here, but basically it's a beautiful snug fit. That again. Just a little bit more. Okay, then you finish it off with a a knife blade just to neaten it up and take any of the burr off. Right, let's just check this out here. Ah, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, and that's how it sits. So yeah, now we just go and put the 4 bolts in, wash those bolts. I'm going to show you how to do that just now. And then we're going to get the plug out to put it into over here, and then we're basically done. Right, so the next thing you're going to need is a ratchet, a socket, and a little extension. And this is a size 23, and that's for these high tensile bolts that we're going to put into the chassis. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is take these bolts, right? Doesn't have to have this on yet, but anyway, take these bolts and turn it into the holes first, just to make sure that it goes in easily, okay? And the reason is because there might be some spray, overspray, or debris in here, and then you don't want to have to face where the thread starts to cross thread or get too tight for some unknown reason, because you've got debris in there. So you just want to make sure that the bolt screws in quite nicely in, at least, you know, a centimeter in, to make sure that it's going to go all the way, and you're not going to have any issues when you're actually holding the tow bar bracket up into here. Okay, let me just get this in here quickly. It's a very fine thread, so you want to be very careful. Alright, so you basically slide this up over here, and then you put your first bolt in over there. Okay. So as you can see, there are 8 bolts that hold this tow bar bracket on, which means it's incredibly strong. Okay, so all of these went in hand tightening very easily, and so I'm happy with that. And then we're just going to do the same on the back side, and then yeah, just tighten them all up. Probably do it cross, like that one, that one, that one, that one, and the same from the other side, and then that should be done. Alright, so once the back bolts are on, hand tightened as I said, as you can see they all turn nicely, then you can take spanner, impact drill, whatever. So like I said, you want to just tweak it, and then I'm going to go around the back, make sure those are opposites as well. Right, now I'm going to do the front again. So you don't want to go too tight, because you've got the spring washer on here, so if you go too tight you're going to basically destroy the spring washer, and then it's pointless. So just make sure it's tight enough that the spring washer is compressed, and yeah, and then should be good. Okay, so now on the next part we're going to assemble
using the tool here to tighten them up.
Basically this goes
I used a torque wrench set to 110 Newton meters to torque all the bolts up.
Very nice. You just bang it in there. Beautiful. Right, so once you've got the tow bracket on, what you're going to do is you're going to take the plug off, like I explained to you, unplug it, and then you're going to have this little bracket thing that fits over here. So what you're going to do is just going to remove this, so slide it all the way over to the back, remove that, okay, and then you're going to put this back. So once you put that back, then you're going to see the bolt holes will line up nicely over there. Right, and you're going to put the two little Allen keys back in here. Just line up the holes. Ideally you want to hold it with a little spanner, small little spanner, but sometimes you can hold with your fingers and it works just as well. Alright, so the last step is to obviously fit the tow ball. So you've got to get the bolts and you put them in there with the washer on this side. Bolts in there. Okay, so I'd normally mount it at the bottom. Obviously you can mount it at the top, but that would be too high. Mount it at the bottom. And then you're going to put the lock nuts on the back there. Okay. Okay, so now I use a shifter because I don't have a 24, but that doesn't matter because we're just going to hold the nut. So I use a shifter because I don't have a 24 spanner, but that doesn't matter because I'm just going to hold the nut. It's not going to actually take any of the turning, so I'm not going to strip it. So let me get my impact wrench. Alright, so we're going to hold this on here. Like I said, it's just going to hold the nut on the back so it doesn't turn, and all the force is going to go on the front nut. Okay, then we're going to do the other side. There we go, nice and tight there. Just tweak this one up again. Just tweak this one up again. It's nice and tight. Tight. Alright, so that's pretty tight. Okay, so the last pieces are the little grub screw just to hold this so it doesn't rattle. So we're going to put that in the bottom there. It's a size 19, so we should be able to hand tighten it up into a certain point. And just give it a couple of tweaks. Make it fairly tight. Okay, so that is not gonna move. And then your plug, which is going to activate the tow mode on the vehicle. So that tow mode basically disables the rear park sensors and the cross traffic alert and all of those type of things, so that when you put a trailer on the back, the vehicle doesn't freak out, right? So all you've got to do is you've got to see this little notch on the top there. So you've got to fold this down, fold it all the way down, put that into the receptacle there, and then just twist, and then you'll see it actually fits into this little lid there, I suppose, the little cap. And yeah, and then you can plug your trailer in there. So if you've got a bike rack on the back, same thing. What you want to do is obviously you can extend this tow bar out to about over here, put your bike rack on, and then so that the sensors and stuff doesn't freak out when you put the vehicle in reverse, you put the plug in, right, just like that, and then you're going to have your bike rack or your box or whatever you have on the back here, no issues. And when you're done towing, put the car back into normal mode. You just twist this, pull it out, close, and we're done. So I hope that was helpful. So audio tow bar online, and I can fit it for you in Cape Town, in the Western Cape. Otherwise it's a DIY kit and I can ship it to you, and you can use this instructional video to know how to fit the tow bar. Like, subscribe, share this with others who might want a tow bar like this for their Tank 300, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.